hello, and welcome, Soul Tribe, my family. Thank you so much for tuning in to Peace in a Pod. I'm Loretta, and for those that are returning listeners, thank you so much for returning and joining us today. And for any new listeners, welcome and thank you for being here. Hey, Soul Tribe, back again out in nature, taking it all in. I think I found my spot where I'm going to continue to do some recordings. It's a pretty peaceful area. Get to hear a lot of birds, see a lot of birds, see some deer. And I think I'm going to make this my spot. But I wanted to share a little bit about some of the things that were going through my mind when I had to make some decisions, big decisions in life on what my next move was going to be. And how I was trying not to allow the fear that I had to prevent me from making the decisions that I needed to make. And I had like this little conflict of like the fear versus faith. And it's like, deep down, I do feel that everything's going to work out the way it needs to, and I'm going to be taken care of. But there was this small piece of fear that was preventing me from like actively pursuing what I wanted in order to get to that happiness and that place of peace in life. So, fear is based off of the what ifs. What if this happens? What if this doesn't go the way that you think it will? Or, it's always, and not even just you in your head, it could be the influences of the people around you. And I had seen this video once about this lady explaining, I can't remember what her name was, but she was explaining how when we allow other people to make decisions for us, we end up unhappy with the decision or the influence that they have on the decision, even though we opened the floor up to them for the decision. And she used this situation as if you had a friend and you were going to go to whatever place and you decided to drive, but then when you get to their place, you're like, hey, I'll pick you up. You can drive. And they're like, okay, they get behind the wheel, they're driving, but instead of them going the route that you would normally take, they're taking like whatever route they want to, enjoy. And then you're over there, hey, why are you driving so fast? Or why are you taking this way instead of the other way? That other way is much quicker or easier, or there's less traffic, whatever the situation is. And you're over on the passenger side, it's your car, but you chose to let someone else take the wheel. And instead of you just making the decision and taking the route that you felt was the easiest or the shortest, you decided to let someone else take the wheel. Now you're upset at the decision that they're making. And that's the same thing that goes on when we are trying to make choices in life. And then we're asking our friends or family, hey, what do you think I should do in this situation? And then they say something that you may not agree with, or now it starts putting seeds of doubt in your head. So whenever there's a big decision that you need to make, don't go asking and sharing it with everyone, seeking their opinion on how you should handle it. Weigh the pros and cons that you are aware of and make the decision. Like, you don't have to share it with other people and then get upset with the response that they get because it doesn't match up with what you would have chosen. So I think that's where, when it comes to the whole fear, you start getting outside input on situations instead of just making the decision that's right for you or best for you in that moment. And we start losing faith in whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in. If you don't have that faith that it's going to turn out in your favor, or you're going to be taken care of with whatever the outcome is, you're just going to live in fear. You're going to constantly live in fear. And it's going to be hard to make decisions when you're living in a place of fear. And fear is that place of just living in the future, trying to predict the future, living in the what ifs land. So try to remember to stay in the present moment. That's where practicing mindfulness comes in. When you can practice mindfulness, you are in that present moment. You are taking it in and you are living it at that moment. You're not worried about what could happen, what if this, what if that, what could. Nope. You're right here today at this very minute living in it. And if you stay in a place of faith rather than fear, you're just in this place of believing and knowing that God, the universe, divine, whoever it is that you believe in, has a plan for you and your life's journey. You will not be left to figure it all out on your own. If you just ask for the guidance, ask for the direction, ask for the assistance, the help, you will receive it. You will be guided along the way. Whether or not you see the signs that you need in order for you to get to where you're supposed to get to, that's going to be on you. That's why when you practice mindfulness, you're a little more aware. And if there's something that lines up with where you're supposed to go, you will see it. You will hear it. You will notice it. You will acknowledge it. Even if this or that happens, just remain faithful and know that you will be taken care of. But don't live in that place of just the what ifs. Try to just keep that faith and know that everything will work out in your favor in the way that it needs to for you in your life's path. Try to express gratitude for all that you have and keep believing that God, the universe, whomever, has something greater already lined up. You just have to stay the course and don't lose faith. And if you're going through something, just understand that it's only temporary. Learn from it, grow from it, and know that you are meant for bigger and better things. You will get through it. Just keep the faith. And don't allow outside influence to distract you from the decisions and the path that you need to stay on. This is your life. It's okay to seek other people's input, but don't be upset when it doesn't line up with what you want it to do. So if there's a big decision that needs to be made, make the decision on your own. Because there are people who don't have the same level of faith that you have and could potentially talk you out of getting to the greatness that you deserve. Some people don't even want you to be better than them. So you just have to be careful who you share everything with. And especially if you're going to be making big decisions, figure out what it is that you need to gain from this decision and then make it. You're either doing it or you're not. But don't seek outside influence. You can get to the greatness that you deserve. You just have to make those choices. Keep the faith and stay the course. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Peace in a Pod. Please do comment, like, follow, share, rate, subscribe, all of those things. And I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.